Today we are going to be doing a practice from lesson 16 in the Blue Pelican, and we're going to be basically creating a class called gas mileage. And basically what we have to do is we have to create this class in which we pass a gas mileage parameter to the constructor, which in turn passes it to the state variable MPG. So basically what we're trying to do is make this class program, and to make sure it works, we have our class public, like our tester, and in like our last statement right here, we should be getting this answer. So let's start and code. So first what it asks us is that the constructor should also be set the state variable gallons gas in the tank to 0. A method call, so there's 3 methods: fill up gas, and then take trip, and then report fuel. So like how much fuel is left in the car. So that's what we're printing out, how much fuel is left in the car. So let's start. Okay, so I already started with the program description. So basically what this program is doing is it's a class and it's trying to track and manage a vehicle's fuel consumption and travel related operations. And then we're going to be using 3 methods: the fill up, the take trip, and report fuel. So I sort of started this, like the main stuff that we need. Now, what thing we have to remember is we always need to do like public and then private and then public again, if that makes sense. Like our class obviously is going to be public class, but then we have to do private double this or private int that or whatever, because that's like a necessary thing to do in Java. So what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be doing private double, oh, I forgot to indent. Private double MPG. I'll explain all this in a second, and then private double gallons. Okay, so let me explain this. Here it asked us, okay, so this is just like the main starting of the program. Whereas we set it to private because we don't want anyone changing the, what's it called? The miles per hour, or miles per gallon, my bad. Miles per gallon and the gallons in the tank. We don't want anyone like messing with that. That's why we made it a private class, so only we can change it. A public class meaning other people can change it too, but we don't want other people to change it in this program. And it says specifically that it wants the gallons to be 0, so that's why we had to make those 2 variables private. So now let's continue on with the next class, like the next thing, which we're gonna be setting, where we're gonna be passing a parameter, this parameter MPG, into the automobile class. Okay, I spelt this wrong. Okay, so we are going to be doing public automobile double MPG. Okay, so we're passing the miles per gallon parameter in here, like the program wanted us to. And now what we basically do is just set the variables, because it said it wants to set miles per gallon to MPG, right? So you could do this in many ways. Like you could do like, I'm going to be using this, which is basically this dot MPG equals MPG. So now I can just use MPG like throughout the program if I need to. And then let me write this next thing and I'll explain. Okay, so basically I could have done something different, obviously. Like I could have done like MPG, or like instead of writing MPG here, I could have done like miles per gallon here, and I could do, let me copy this. And I could have done this, like this equals MPG. I could have done that too, instead of doing this. But to me, this is much easier. So like it's like a bit less confusing for me, I guess. But yeah, you could have done it either way, but I chose to use this. Okay, so the next part that we need to do is now create our method. So the first method we need to create is the fill up method. So let me just go back and see what it was. So the fill up method adds gas to the tank. So it's adding gas to the tank. Okay, so that means we're gonna add gallons. Okay. Okay, we're gonna be doing public void because we're not returning anything here. So we're doing public void fill up double gallons to add because it's wanting us to add. And then gallons plus equals gallon gallons to add. So now like what I did here, I basically what I did was like the fill up method, it adds gas to the tank, right? So this is gallons. So I made a new like variable right here, gallons to add. Now gallons is gonna be equal to gallons plus the gallons to add, so like how much we're adding. Because that's what the question was like that's what it was asking us to. We have to create a method where it adds gas to the tank. Now our next method that we have to do is take trip. So let's do that. So it's gonna be public void again. Okay, so now we are going to be doing double, creating a new variable, double fuel used equals miles divided by mpg, and then gallons minus equals fuel used. Okay, so what this method take trip, it's asking us it removes the gas from the tank as a result of driving a specified number of miles. So like if you're driving that many miles, it's going to remove that much from the tank, if that makes sense. But that's what we did. We created like a new thing, fuel used, and the miles that were going and the miles per gallon. We divided it and then we subtracted. Now for our final method, we have to report the fuel. So how we're going to report the fuel is we literally do public double report the fuel because we know that we're doing double because if you remember the answer was in double because it's a decimal. And here there's no void because we are returning something. So return balance. Okay, so this is our program. Let's compile it. Save. Okay, so it compiles. Now what we're going to be doing is we are going to copy and paste this public tester program right here. File, new Java, and see if we end up getting that same answer. So let's compile and save. Okay, it compiled. Now let's run it. We get the same answer. We get 15.833333332. So that's right. So hopefully you guys understood how to do this lesson 16 Blue Pelican exercise.